Hi, this is Josh with Green Mountain Grills, and today I'm going to run you through how to do a component check on your grill. Anytime you run into an issue where the grill isn't starting up properly, you'll want to go through, take out the internal parts, get down to the fire pot, clean it out if it's built up with excess debris or ash, and then what you're going to do here is you're going to start it up. And it's going to say 0 the first thing. Now during the 0 cycle here, the auger is going to feed into the fire pot continuously for about 60 seconds. And during this time, you should get about a quarter cup's worth, and that's how you'll know that it's feeding properly. Another thing you want to look for is to make sure that the pellets that are coming in are nice and whole, they're not broken up or sawdusty, because that's definitely a thing that can affect your heat. If they're broken up and sawdusty, they won't burn well, and it can lead to heating issues. So when it gets to 1, the auger is going to stop feeding pellets, and the next thing you're going to want to look for is the igniter heating up. Now you won't want to touch this directly because it can get really hot, but if you hover your hands or fingers right around it, you should feel heat emitting from it. That'll let you know if it's working right. If it's not heating up, you may have an issue with the igniter. So on stage 2, you should hear the fan kick on. During that time, you should also see more smoke accumulation because it's getting airflow to that smoldering pile of pellets, and that's how you know the fan's working correctly. So on stage 3, it's just calibrating the temperature. So when it gets to a temperature reading on the display, it should match closely to the outside temperature. It may not be exact, but it should be within a few degrees. That's how you know the thermal sensor is working correctly. Now at this point, before the smoke gets too overpowering, we'll want to set the heat shield and grease tray back in the unit so it can heat up properly. So for the heat shield, you'll want to set it in here. And you'll want to measure it out. The left side of the heat shield should be 4 1/4 inches away from the left inside wall here. Next you have the grease tray. When you set this in here, you want to make sure that the circle hole cutout is on the left side, sitting up on this ledge near the thermal sensor, and the half moon cutout side is sloping down into the grease trough. You want this to be sitting at a nice angle to ensure grease flows properly into the grease trough. And if everything's working properly, you can go ahead and place the grates back in the unit. All right, well that wraps it up for the component check. If you have any other questions or want to check out some more tips and tricks, go ahead and check out greenmountaingrills.com and go to our video section.